to have character, do the right thing for the cause of bullying on your campus. Zero tolerance for bullying on your campus. The student athletes, the football players, the cheerleaders, you are the leaders of your campuses. What you do is cool. You are a leader whether you believe it or not, and I'm asking you to stand with me for this cause. Zero tolerance for bullying on your campus. Let me share. Do you know that 3 out of 4 students across this country say that they are bullied in some way, shape, or form every single day? Mentally, physically, verbally, cyberbullied in some way, shape, or form. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Look around at the students and count 4 students. Every 3 is being bullied. Do you know that 160,000 students stay home from school every day? Because they're just sick and tired of being bullied. Do you know that 1 out of 5 students who are severely bullied attempt suicide? 1 out of 5. Look at the students next to you. They're people, they're real live people that want to kill themselves because someone is being rude. These veterans and the men and women in uniform fought for us to be free, but there are some students at school right now get on their bus and they're not free. They can't say what they want to say because they're getting bullied. They walk down their hall, they're not free because when they walk down their hall, somebody's knocking their books out of their hand or flicking their hair or flicking their ear or teasing them in some way, shape, or form. On their way home, guess what? Same thing happens from start to finish. Research shows that 87% of students say that the number 1 cause for school shootings is revenge from being bullied. I'm asking you to stand with me for this cause. Zero tolerance. You who can hear my voice can make a difference on your campus if you choose to. If you choose to make your greatest commitment to character for cause. No research shows that students that come from a violent or negative environment have a greater propensity, a greater chance to become bullies or to become bullied. And I'll never forget the day that how it affected me when I saw my father pick up my mom. They got in a fight and he picked her up by her crotch to where her head was facing the sky. And he turned her over as my brother and I, 8 and 10 years of age, are watching this, and he slammed her down on her head and he walked away as her body fell onto the ground, and he walked in the house and said, "Give her a kiss, she's dead." Now, she didn't die that day. But I'll never forget how that affected me when I was in school. After witnessing that, my friends, I started to see the world through a different set of lenses. I began to see the world through the eyes of anger, through the eyes of sadness. Angry because I couldn't control what my dad was doing to my mother. Sad because I had to watch that with my own eyes. I'll never forget. So now I'm going through school, looking at life through these lenses. Let me tell you something. Student athletes, young, great, and gifted in this room. How many students that you see walking around on campus with their head down? They're by themselves all the time. And we talk about them. We bully them. Do you know how many are looking at life through the eyes of anger and sadness? See, we think we know, but we really have no idea. I'll never forget. After that, we moved into our grandparents' house, and I'm thinking that, okay, we're safe now, we're good now. I remember waking up from a dead sleep, watching my grandmother drive away as my grandfather shot 3 rounds at her, 3 rounds with the intent to kill. I'm watching the bullets fly out of the gun because he has the gun pointed over my head. I'll never forget how that affected me. I'm already angry and sad. Now, let's add some more to that. Alone. I feel abandoned. I'm trying to see my future. I'm trying to be a winner. I'm trying to live my dreams. These veterans have fought for our country, for us to be able to do anything we want to do. Anything that we can dream up, we can become because of the sacrifices for these veterans. And I can't even see my future because of what's going on at home. Let me just say something, student athletes. Please understand that there are many students that you sit next to every day that are looking at life through the lenses of anger, sadness. They feel alone. They feel abandoned. Will you stand with me and make your greatest commitment to character for cause. Remember, it was between my 8th grade year and my 9th grade year in high school. Going into high school. My grandfather passed away. My grandmother was too old to take care of us. My brother was a couple years older than me, so he was hanging out with his friends. He didn't want to hang out with me. My father went from alcohol to drugs. My mom moved back from Los Angeles as we live in Sacramento, and I didn't want to have anything to do with her because she left us and I was still hurting. I didn't have a place to live. There was a family in Sacramento, a Batch family, Caucasian family, who's heard my story and who opened up their doors and allowed me to live with them. Anybody seen the movie Blind Side? If you've seen the movie Blind Side, say yes. That was my story, except for I played baseball instead of football. Family opened up their arms and showed compassion for me. I didn't look like them. I didn't talk like them. I didn't walk like them. I didn't come from the same background that they came from. They knew that I couldn't help my childhood and what happened. They didn't care. They opened up their doors and they let me in. It was sad. It hurt. I was appreciative, but I was too young to actually get it. So I was confused a bit. Moments of suicide. But I appreciate the compassion that they showed for me. See, some people, when they go through violent things at home, negative things at home, see, some people take that and they internalize it and then they lash out at others and they become the bully, which is what I became in high school in some instances. I was an athlete, so I could say stuff and make people look stupid and feel stupid and everybody would laugh because I was popular and I was cool. I need you to hear me, athletes, because that's who you are. There's other people that take that same negativity from their household. Instead of lashing out, they lash in. They cut themselves. They hurt themselves and they want to kill themselves. Here's what I'm asking you to do in the spirit of the Batch family that took me in. See, because they loved me, because they showed me some compassion, because they looked at me as family, I was able to see life through a totally different set of lenses. One act of compassion, student athletes. Taking someone who's sitting by themselves and say, hey, come hang out with the football team today. So what? He's not on the team? So what? She's not part of the cheerleading squad. Take them with you and eat lunch with them just for one day. That one moment of compassion can change their lives forever. Let me close out this one piece. R.I.P. to the girl you called a slut in class today. She's a virgin. The pregnant girl walking down the street, she got raped. The boy you called lame, he has to work every night to support his family. The girl you might have pushed down the other day, she's already being abused at home. The girl you call fat, she's starving herself. The old man you made fun of because of his ugly scars, he fought for our country. The boy you made fun of for crying, his mother's dying. You may think you know them, but you have no idea. And as I speak to you, I am not calling you bullies. I'm asking you to give your greatest commitment to character for cause. Student athletes, cheerleaders, if you're going to stand with me, let me hear you make some noise, please.